Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Mary Matthews to tell us more about the Thursday impacts we can expect. Mary.
Yeah, we've been talking about the two components with this storm, have to come together perfectly to set the stage for snow. So the track is still on point for the most part. It looks like it's going to go a little farther north in terms of that apparent circulation, so that could vary our totals just a bit. But let me show you the two areas that we're watching. We have moisture coming in from the north. We've also got this moisture coming in from the south and west, and that's why we've started to see this heavier band of snow across central and southern El Paso County. So it's actually performing fairly well. I think our in-house forecast model did a pretty good job at kind of pinpointing how the radar would look at this hour when we were really talking about this yesterday. So yes, we're giving some heavier bands there around Fort Carson along Highway 115. You're probably seeing some flurries reaching the ground outside your window there in Security Widefield, South Academy. Even as you work your way up into parts of Strathmore Hills, you'll notice most of that darker blue that's showing up there is a little bit intense, especially as you get up towards parts of West 8th Street, Manitou Springs, Cheyenne Mountain. You work your way north into parts of Interquest Parkway and areas into Glen Eagle, Black Forest. It's a lot lighter, so you're probably not actually seeing that much reaching the ground right now, but more of that low-level moisture will continue to move in because remember, we've got snow moving in across northern Colorado and then more of that moisture coming in from the south and west. Let's take you over to the winter storm alert right now. These winter weather advisories are still in effect for tonight through tomorrow at about 11 a.m. up and down the I-25 corridor. This is a look at the national radar, so you can actually see where more of that heavier snow around Longmont, Boulder, up into Erie, Colorado, and that is our disturbance moving in, but now it's starting to kind of interact with that moisture coming in from the south and west. So that's why the radar looks a little inconsistent right now. It's because you have those two components that are starting to kind of gel together. As we move through the overnight hours, more of these bands of snow will start to really materialize in eastern sections of Pueblo County back across the eastern plains. The one difference is the track that looks like it's going to go farther north, about 20 miles farther north than what it was set to be last night, will hurt our snowfall totals quite a bit across parts of the Raton Pass and the southeastern plains. And look at this, 11 p.m., a delay of snow, so really not getting much of anything across the southeastern plains until at least about 2-3 o'clock in the morning across northern Baca County, parts of the Arkansas River Valley. And then about sunrise Thursday, we still have ongoing snow across El Paso County and not really starting to break up with those snow bands until closer to about 10 a.m. in the morning. And you'll notice even by the noon hour, we're likely to still have these pretty stubborn bands across Pueblo County, parts of Huerfano County, and the San Luis Valley that will continue until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then skies don't completely clear until Thursday night, and then more sunshine on Friday. Notice here our snowfall totals with the 3 to 6 inch range indicative of that darker blue color. With that track farther north, that's going to allow those winds to come in out of the east-northeast, which is really going to produce a lot of lifting and instability in the atmosphere, which will really hammer areas across northern El Paso County. So whereas yesterday we had a decent 1 to 3 inch range across Callahan, areas into Rama and Simla, with that track going about 20 miles farther to the north, that's going to completely change those snowfall totals and really give you heavier bands of snow that will linger into the overnight hours. So setting the stage for most of those impacts to be across northeastern El Paso County, areas into the Palmer Divide. Still a decent 2 to 4 inch range in Colorado Springs, so that hasn't changed all that much. It's mostly across areas into Walsenburg, Trinidad, as well as those locations in northeastern El Paso County. Areas across Pueblo County still a decent 2 to 5 inches, 4 to 7 there in Wetmore, and areas into Beulah Valley. Woodland Park, temperatures are steady in the 30s for the next few days. We do clear out and dry out by Friday, so expect some impacts to those roads early Thursday morning, but then it is a warming trend as we move through Friday and heading into the upcoming weekend. So keep those snow shovels handy and stay warm. We'll certainly keep you posted right here on the networks of KRDO. Rob? Okay.
I'm Charles. I was in a car wreck that wasn't my fault. I immediately called Frank Azar, and he got me